Hey y'all. Cheers. It's 7:15. Almost time for that sun to come streaming through above those clouds. But I was going to be political this morning, and then I said, no, I ain't going to do that. We're just going to stick with, if you want to be political, there's any number of places you can go do that. Go do that. Yeah, I don't need to be. Y'all know how I feel. I know how you feel. That's it. But I read a post yesterday, and I enjoyed being a part of it. I'm not condemning anybody for it. I enjoyed being a part of the post. The post was about the self-checkout. And I understand people, there's extreme opinions on both sides of the fence here. People like me love it. Absolutely love it. Especially if I've just got one or two items. I mean, zip, zip, and I'm gone. And I do wish they would change one thing. If they would put where I have to scan my ID to buy wine, I'd be tickled pink. That's my only drawback. Because I usually have to get that little helper girl to come put her little code in so that I can buy wine. But anyway, please let me buy champagne on Sunday morning. I digress. And then there are people on the other side of the fence that absolutely are staunch against it. It's a interesting topic, but it caught my eye, and I decided to make some phone calls. I called the Kroger on Thielen, which is where I shop. I called the Kroger on Dowling, which is just too big. And I called the H-E-B. That's the three big stores in Beaumont. I didn't do Market Basket because I don't think they have self-checkout yet. I may be wrong. It's been so long since I've been in one. And I called God love me. I called the Home Depot store. At all the places, I spoke to an assistant manager, and I had a couple of questions that I asked them, all exactly the same question. A, was self-checkout put in customer demand, or was it something that the stores decided? Because it's been around longer than COVID. And majority of them gave me pretty much the same answer. Yes, the customers seem to enjoy it, but it was a, what did they call it? I'm drawing a blank on what he said. But anyway, it's interest groups that do surveys and studies to figure out how to make your business better. And they originally were the ones suggested the self-checkout to the big corporations. And the bigger corporations have gone for it first. The next question I had was, how has it affected your employee status? Did you have to lay anybody off or what? And all of them unanimously said, no, we have never had to lay anybody off because of self-checkout. We've not had to cut hours. As a matter of fact, we've had to hire people. Because at the same time self-checkout also came out the self-shopper, the private shopper, where you email your shopping list and they get it together for you, and all you do is pull up in the appropriate stall, call them, they bring it out, put it in your trunk, and you're gone. He said that has taken off with COVID more. He says, and we have had to hire people to do that. Interesting side note, and I think it was H-E-B that told me. He said, we have learned through self-checkout and through the personal shoppers that our employees are learning the store more than they used to. A checker generally didn't know where a lot of thing was in the store because they didn't shop. They weren't on the aisles like a stocker would be. But when they rotate them out and they do custom shopping one day and then they do checking the next day, they're more knowledgeable about where things are in the store, which I thought that was a positive. That's a great thing. Now you can walk in and say, do you know where blah, blah, blah is? And chances are they can tell you. My next question was, did you have to lay anybody off? No, they've not had to lay anybody off. Even through COVID, they've not had to lay anybody off, because where the self-checkout may have eliminated 1 or 2 checkers being open, those 1 or 2 checkers are now on the floor filling orders. They're not stocking shelves like someone suggested. They're filling orders and getting orders filled for customers. They're still in the customer service part of it. So I was quite pleased to hear the answers, and they all varied slightly. I will say this. The little manager at my store on Phelan was so nice. The manager at the big Dowling, and I don't know if he was a manager or assistant manager, he acted like I was wasting his time. Well, that's probably because he's got such a big old store to deal with. And I did ask the manager at the H-E-B store, because one of the reasons I don't shop at the H-E-B store is because it stinks. When you walk in the door and try to shop for vegetables, the smell of fish and shrimp hits me in the face, and it almost makes me want to upchuck. That's why I don't shop at the H-E-B. But I do shop at the H-E-B. I just go in the other door and hold my breath while I go get my veggies. Ugh. That smell is nasty. And I don't understand why it smells like that. Because I go in the little store over here on the corner of Lucas and Gladys. It's a seafood store. It don't smell like that. And that's all they sell is seafood. So why does, and all H-E-Bs smell the same way. And why they choose to put that mess right by the front door is beyond me. There's no charge for that extra tangent. But it's now 7:20. Guess I'll go to work. Got another long day ahead of me. We're getting there. We're getting caught up. One bite of the elephant at a time, but we're slowly getting caught up. It seems like every evening this week I've installed or met with clients, one or the other, because I found it works better if I work from the store from like 7:30 or 8 to 3 and then take calls. It's working out better. So, can't say thanks enough to my Shonda. Oh, helps me so much. Looking forward to the first week of January. We are going, Brookdale has opened up some of their retirement centers so we can get some of this stuff installed. Going back to Tulsa and going to Denver. Yay! See how my lungs do this time. They didn't do bad in Denver. They were okay. It's just when I went to Estes that I noticed they tightened up. But maybe I'll have 10 more pounds off by then, and I'll feel even better. Y'all have a great day. It's a beautiful day outside. Whatever the clog up on the freeway is now open because they're zooming by. Talk to y'all later.